Yeah, I noticed that the car is a little saggy in the rear. Can you see that stance? And I do have a bunch of stuff in the car, so I'm just wondering if it's just overloaded. But I know the leaf springs are a little saggy, so I'm going to measure this and then take all the crap out of the trunk and remeasure it. But anyway, welcome to a new video. We're going to work on some of this Bondo today. Hope you enjoy the videos, and we'll be back. So before we get to work here, here's a couple of neat things that I discovered with the car. First off, the car still has its original PA inspection sticker from 1985. We'll do a close-up on this and you'll see that it was actually inspected on March 20th of 84. But take a look at the mileage. It reads 65,702. And here's a photo from the ad of the seller when the car was for sale. And we'll do a close-up on the dashboard here, and you'll notice that the mileage is 65,776. And I know that the speedometer works because I probably put about 1,000 miles on it. But that means that the car had been inspected, but then somebody only put 74 miles on it. And I kind of wonder what happened, why it got parked for 35 years. So kind of an interesting, weird type of story. And here's another weird one, or not so weird, but unusual. So as I was cleaning the car, I noticed that there was a something pinned to the sun visor, and I take a look, did a close-up photo of it, and it is an Immaculate Heart of Mary medal that's pinned to the inside of the visor. So I guess I have that going for me. All right, just a couple of things that I noticed, thought you might be interested in seeing what that was all about. And here's some more videos of me screwing up the bodywork. Okay, we're about 19¼ inches at the middle section here. So 19¼ inches. Alright, so this is all the junk that was in that car. So we're now empty except for the spare tire. So let's check our ride height now. 20¼ Doesn't look like it changed much. That means new springs somewhere down the line. Okay, guess what? It's a Bondo time. Got some spreaders, got a little mixing board, pizza board. I wound up putting a new patch panel here because the patch panel I had there before was really thin, a different gauge metal that I had laying around, and this is 18 gauge, so I cut this all out, the old part, and put a new one in here. And this line here, can you see it? That's where the trim goes, so I don't have to really worry too much about that. And I'm gonna knock down these joints. So I've already ground these down with the grinder, and then I went back with this punch and hammer punched this weld joint down as best as I could. That way it gives it a little bit of a concave, and also just kind of beat it on it with the hammer. The edge of the hammer. Just to get like a little gully in here that'll take the Bondo. All right, here we go. All right, mix it up some Bondo. not really good at this. So I will link my favorite spot for auto body, DIY auto body. I think it's Lakeside Auto Body, or Lake something, Lakeview, Lakeside. The guy's really good. So you want to mix up, make sure all the hardener is integrated into the putty. There's a smell I remember from my youth. Bondo. Alright, can you see my repair up here? So I got a body line right there, so I don't want to go over top of that. Yeah, I know. I should be wearing gloves. I did some of this off camera because I didn't have really time to set up cameras and stuff. And I already went partially through one can of Bondo filler. Got some spreaders here, some tape, some older sandpaper. Wrench. Anyway, so I took a trip to Harbor Freight yesterday, picked up a spare container of Bondo, some pop rivets. I saw these and I thought they might come in handy somewhere down the line. I don't need them now. You got some 40 grit. You got some sanding disc, 220 grit. I got a variety pack here of assorted sizes. Right there, 60, 100, and 220. And then I got some wet 400 grit. I'm going to use my wallpaper or sanding disc that is normally used for drywall, but I think this will be a stable enough platform for what I need to do. I got a smaller one too. And I also picked up some of this AA1 Chrysler, which is the color of the car, silver mist poly, from Express Paint. So I need to kind of use this for the spot painting. See how that matches in. So that's where we are now, and I'll take a walk around so you can see what I've done so far. Show you what I did so far. There was like a patch that somebody did here already. It was filled in probably about a ½ inch of Bondo right here. So what I wound up doing, you can't see it here, but I cut out the bad spot that was here. I welded in a new spot, and there was a dent here that was also filled with Bondo, and I just put a new set here. This car definitely was hit at one time. You can see the line here is a little wonky, but that's what that is. Just a preliminary amount of Bondo here for now. We'll blend this in a little bit later. Still have that spot to do. There's a dent here that's filled in. There's still a dent here that I have to fill in. And remember that dent there? Has to be sanded. This is the stuff that I've been sanding a little bit. This needs a lot more work, but started there, started here, tried to blend in my patches. Got a spot here that's going to be a little challenging. And then I showed you in the other video that I finally replaced that section here because I used thinner metal. So now I have this patch that I'm trying to blend in. And I think that's about it for the bigger stuff. Alright, I'm going to work on this today, see if I can get it to a point where I can spray some of that paint on here, see what it looks like. Alright, that's where we're at. We're using a 60 grit here. Already did like a 35 grit on it to get the high spots. There's my old buddy Wilson. Wilson just got home from work, so Wilson's a little crazy now, but he's going to have to come out here and watch me work for a little bit. You can watch through the big glass, okay, Wilson? I'll walk you later. So let's start here. Oh, there's Wilson. You may be able to see this. It's like a lighter part here. And there is a little bit of a concave here. So this needs some more filler. But all in all, not too horrible. I have a coating of high fill primer on this. Don't think it's super wavy, so I may just put some spot putty on that. Got a little bit of a bump right here. So as a first attempt, not too bad, but I can tell you one thing, doing body work is really difficult. And I know this looks like there's a line there, but if you feel with your finger, it's not so bad. It's actually right here where I can feel it. I think that is just because this is bare metal here, so it has a different look to it. So there's that. And let me get some other places here. Here's the hood. Other than a kind of a little valley here, the rest of it, and another little pinhole there, which I'll get with some spot putty. I don't think this is so bad. Looks sort of straight. So this section got a little bit of a flaw here. This will be covered up with a trim piece, so you won't really see much of this. I'm not too concerned with that. I'll get this out. I think that takes a little more sanding, maybe a little spot fill. But I think it did pretty good on the body line. It's not too bad. Onward. This is still a complete mess, I think. You can see the weld here. So weld here. This needs a lot more attention. I had visioned of going to a car show with a buddy of mine and a couple buddies of mine, so I was really hurrying to get some of this done. So I know this needs still some work on it, but I'll let you see what it looks like at least. This is the same situation. I need to do a little more sanding on this. The concave is, or the body is not really that good. But that's what I got there. And this, I still am really in the midst of taking care of it. Here, I definitely can feel the overlap of the panel. So this is going to have to come up a little higher so that it can feather in a little better. I just really wanted to fill in the voids here. And here and here, not so bad. Just have to kind of duplicate that. And this really rough still. This just has like the beginning sandings up here, but this should be a lot easier to fill in because I have such a larger area to kind of feather in a little better. So I think this will turn out really well. Roof, still needs some sanding on this. Still a couple more, another coat here. There's still a bit of a divot here. And clean up this part here. This is where the trim is, a little sloppy. But as I said, I'm not a body man. This isn't going to be a concourse restoration, obviously. But that's where we stand, and I guess, whoa. And I guess what we'll have is a part 2, part 3 on this. Probably bored watching me do body work, but what I do is I'll just try to make these videos a little shorter and just give you an update of where I stand. But here's what she looks like. All right, we'll see you. Till next time. Thanks for watching. Hope you've subscribed. And that's it. See, Wilson, I'm done. Wasn't so bad, was it? Little editing, and it'll be good. Or what? I don't know. Somebody wants to go for a walk. The only trick he knows, eating and grabbing his leash. All right, see you, fellas. And ladies, maybe. Say bye, Wilson. We're going on a little nature walk, a little trail I heard about recently. So let's see what this is about. We got some rain last night, so it may be a little muddy. Oh, by the way, I did drive the girl here too. Anyway, let's see what we got here. Well, let's see the trail marks here. Anyway, this is a winding trail, part of the Wissahickon Valley park system or whatever, but there's a nice set of walking trails that they have around here near Ambler, Pennsylvania, where I'm from. Wissahickon is a Native American word. I guess in English the translation would be stolen by white people. Actually, I think it's something with a winding river. Has something to do with the Wissahickon Creek or Wissahickon River or Creek. I guess it's mostly known as the Creek. But the Indian word for that, or Native American word. So this borders a horse farm on this side, and then this just dense vegetation. Don't think it's old growth. I doubt that it would be. It's probably regrowth from farm fields or something back in the day. I don't know much about the history. There is some old growth ones close by here. They have tulip poplars, which the Native Americans used for making canoes and stuff, that are really tall and very straight and perfect for making canoes and things like that, dugout canoes. Yeah, this seems to be pretty nice here. Right, nothing really crazy, but a nice walk and secluded. Not many people here. There's a little water feature here. Oh, okay, coming out into a clearing here, and I believe I see some whitetail. So I'm gonna try to be pretty quiet here. See if I can sneak up on these guys while they're foraging. I think one of them. Oh, look at that! It's a nursing mother, or nursing mom has seen me. Let's see if we can get up here a little better. That was cool. The fawn was actually suckling, and they should be taking off pretty soon. And the mom definitely saw me or heard me. But it looks like two fawns and the mother. Can you see it? Pretty cool, huh? Oh, now the fawns have seen me. Or the doe. Oh, there they go. They're pretty fast. And there's that horse farm over here. And there's Mama. She's going into the woods. Well, that was pretty cool. I guess this is like a little corral they must have had for the horses. Beautiful day, beautiful September day. I guess I'll head back. See if I can get lost. It's pretty nice. I'll bring the dog back here. Maybe my son. Yeah, let's take a walk down here, see what's back here. It's like another open area. A lot of property back here. Be a great place to have a house. Get away from it all, but still in the city. Does that make you dizzy? There's a nice old tree. I like how all the branches split off. Don't know what type it is. Maybe an oak. I don't know. But I think it's cool how the branches off so many different ways. Usually there's a weak point, and those things would have fallen a long time ago. But anyway, that's that. There's some other deer over here. Another like pastoral area. Is that a word? Pastoral? Got a big group over there. Whoops, there we go. I count at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. At least 8. Boy, a lot of land back here, man. Beautiful. You see these guys out there? Just hanging out, chewing some grass, having a good time. Look at this. I love this. Just wide open spaces. And a helicopter. They're looking for me. I took a nice little run too. Can still do it. A little bit. Pretty decent shape. Anyway, I'm on my way out of the forest, out of the trail. Maybe my car will still be here. Nice trail. I will be visiting this again. And like the thing about it, the thing I like about it is not too many people. Oh, there's the car still here behind a CVS. Beautiful night. All right, here we are. One thing I noticed since fixing the alternator is that the lights on the car are much brighter, which makes sense. They were running off the battery, but it's a nice safety feature to have nice bright lights. And I also noticed that, they're never pretty when you're this far away. Anyway, I also noticed that the headlights are much brighter too. So I'm really happy that if you didn't check it, if you didn't see that video, make sure you check it out. But everything seems to be a little bit brighter now that it's not running off the battery. You know, which is a lot safer than having dim lights. Got some blinkers that are nice and bright. Anyway, heading home to feed the dog, relax. Just a bit of Phillies game. Yeah, I know. I still have no dash lights, but I do have a light back there. See ya. Oh, sheep dip. I did want to point this out too. I've been trying to point this out for a while, but check this out. It's a little faded, but you'll notice that symbol is the Ukraine flag. There's a Ukraine flag sticker on the back of the car, so that is definitely going to stay. All right, thanks for hanging out. Hope you went this far. Did you make it this far in the video? Write in the comments below if you did. I'd be really happy to know that somebody's actually listening to this, or enjoying it, or both. Okay, see you later.